悪を執行する皆殺しパーティーだ。
俺は強くなりすぎたの戦いか。覚えてねえなその感覚。
俺はもっと強くなりたい。
だったら俺が誰にも負けない。俺はまだまだ強い最強の怪人になってやる。
もしかして強くなりすぎて戦うことが嫌になる。
奴だけは必ず見つけ出し、この手で完全に破壊する。見つけたぞ。お前を排除する。
強くなればいいんじゃね。
ヒーローをやっているものだ。
Hey everybody, One Punch Man Season 2 trailer, we gotta break it down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. The release date is kind of ambiguous, it just says April 2019, so we'll probably get a more specific date when we get a little bit closer. But part of the reason why I think it's taken so long to get here is because they switched animation studios. So Viz Media is handling Season 2, and this is them that cut this trailer trying to show everybody, oh, you know, we want to do something really special. So there's only that little teaser for Garou that gives you an idea for what some of their animation might end up looking like. Maybe early next year at the latest, but most of you might be at least a little bit familiar with the manga, but Garou is probably what's going to be the fulfillment of this prophecy. Like at the end of Season 1, they have the culmination of this arc with the Dark Matter Thieves and Boros, and they think that that was supposed to be what the prophecy was about. And he's like, oh, you know, it was no big deal. This whole foreshadowing that Boros thought that he was going to be the fulfillment of that. He was going to find a worthy adversary in someone like Saitama.
We're done here. Let's go.
Were you able to defeat their leader?
Yeah, he was really strong too. Maybe the strongest I've ever faced.
I see. So without you, Master, the prophecy about the destruction of the Earth would have come true.
It's these prophecies. Turns out you can't trust them at all.
But there are a couple scenes here at the end that sort of tease Garou as being the true fulfillment of that. The true villain that's going to lead to the destruction of Earth. And it's not going to be a monster, it's going to be a human that thinks of itself as a monster. So as they're walking out of the ship talking about this big prophecy, Satsumaki throws this big tantrum. Genos tells her to shut the hell up. She punches him into a small ball of parts. Then Bang stops her and very pointedly says that what's with this behavior with elite heroes? This isn't the way that heroes act.
Octopus, boiled egg, light bulb, avocado,
Hey,
lame face,
Genos,
bug,
say something to her.
Sir.
kettle, baldy.
Look, spoiled brat! Shut up and get lost, or pay the price.
That's it, yeah!
Unforgivable. So I'm a brat, huh? I'm older than you, metal jackass!
Whoa, Genos!
You're next, Class B, baldy.
That's enough, Tornado. This sort of behavior isn't becoming of a hero, now is it?
Whatever.
Why are there so many pig-headed troublemakers amongst the elite heroes?
Hey, Genos, your joints are all bent the wrong way.
That's also foreshadowing for Garou, who's a former disciple of Bang. So he originally was trained to become a hero, but went all Anakin Skywalker to Bang's Obi-Wan Kenobi, killing all of his other disciples.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So it's just like Anakin Skywalker during the Star Wars saga, going to the dark side of the Force, killing all the Jedi younglings. The big threat with Garou is that he's not strong enough to take Saitama right away, but he adapts, and he gives off this fear aura, so lesser heroes are just terrified of him in his presence, but he still gets his ass handed to him on a regular basis by Saitama. But all that text is teasing stuff from the manga, quotes about Genos, about being Saitama's disciple. Like that's what that post-credit scene was. It was just them teasing that he would become his disciple and they would start rebuilding. Like they rebuilt the Hero Association. And even though Saitama's on the attack, he's back to his normal power levels.
Metal Knight salvaged the spaceship. Soon thereafter, the Hero Association headquarters was reconstructed and became an impenetrable fortress of steel. The infrastructure was rebuilt with new roads leading out of HQ. This allowed heroes the ability to deploy quickly to every city.
You can see it clearly. The entire building's been ripped out down to the foundation. Based on initial reports, the monster appeared in City Z. Now City Y. Ah!
You humans waste your existence in decadence and gluttony, littering the earth with worthless objects. Now you shall rot in the depths of the underworld that spreads below my mighty snout! Who do we have here?
Who, you ask? A great man who is a hero for fun and profit.
A great man? Hmm?
With his disciple.
Oh, come on. I'm back to one punch again? Damn it! So they're sort of balancing the scales a little bit, preparing for the arrival of Garou. There's a lot of quotes about seeking a worthy adversary. Like, that was the whole idea of the end of season 1, that Boros was seeking a worthy adversary, but he thought that he was the fulfillment of the prophecy. But if you watched any of my Game of Thrones videos, then you know that prophecy is a tricky thing. People always misinterpret it. And I think early on when they teased the idea of the prophecy, most fans correctly assumed that there would be some big left turn and it wouldn't play out exactly the way the show wanted you to think that it was going to play out. I do give credit to people that thought early on that maybe Saitama might actually be the fulfillment of the prophecy, that he was the danger and was going to bring about the destruction of the earth because his powers were so great. And he started to develop this strange attitude like, will I ever find a worthy opponent? Like, he just seemed so bored with the idea of being a hero, which is a nice parallel for Garou's arc. He was training to become a hero, but didn't identify with humans, identified more with the monsters. The funny thing about that is that the Monster Association doesn't really like Garou that much. They don't think of him as a monster because he is a human. The other thing about Garou too, though, is that he's really only trained to fight other humans, but you can see why that's setting him up as the big villain of Season 2, because he'll be fighting the Hero Association. But he learns very quickly and can adapt during battles, which I think is going to help him in his fight against Saitama. Then by the end of Season 2, he will have learned to counter Saitama's attacks. So there's a lot of foreshadowing for all that stuff that's going on in Bang's comments here at the end of Season 1. Let me know in the comments, though, what are you guys most hyped about for Season 2? It seems like it's been so long since Season 1 happened. Hopefully we'll get some more footage before the end of the year, but I'll do another video when they drop more trailers. Leave all your requests in the comments below. Click here to rewatch the Dragon Ball Super movie trailer, and click here to learn what's going on with the Venom Spider-Man crossover that's coming in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.